When someone breaks up fashion, what do you think? Glitz? Glamour? I'm sure most of you guys didn't immediately think of how fashion trends affect what is beautiful. In this speech, I'm going to inform you about the fashion trends and their correlation with what we view as the ideal female body. Fashion is something that has always intrigued me, although you might not be able to tell because I'm wearing my track uniform right now. I like to spend my free time browsing through the best dress list from New York Fashion Week or flipping through Vogue magazine. So researching fashion trends for this speech just made sense. But fashion trends don't just affect fashion nerds like myself. What is trendy affects all consumers, and every time you put clothes on, you're making a fashion statement. To help inform you about the fashion trends and the effect on what we view as the ideal body, I'm going to explain the 2000s fashion trends and the rise of heroin chic, the shift to the curvy Kim Kardashian body, and the resurgence of heroin chic and its fashion trends. To begin, I will talk about the early 2000s trend heroin chic. Some of you may not know what heroin chic is, so I will be informing you about the trend and the fashion. Laura Guillaume, in her book Delusion the Body, written in 2011, described heroin chic models as looking thin, anxious, bruised, doped out, and unwell. The trend of hyperthinness seems strange to us because we have grown up in an era glorifying curvy bodies. For example, we idolize Kim Kardashian and Nicki Minaj, but the 2000s were in a different era and they glorified long, thin bodies. For example, supermodel Gisele Bündchen was famous for modeling her thin, toned legs and nearly concave stomach during the early 2000s. And in an 2007 article written by Carrie Bleakley, the world's top earning models, she was cited earning $33 million that year, evidence of her extreme popularity. It is also important to discuss the heroin chic trend within the world of fashion. Ashley Mears talks about the rise of heroin chic in her book Pricing Beauty, The Making of a Fashion Model, written in 2011. Mears writes about those who attended the 2000s Fashion Week noticed all the models had, quote, dangerously low body mass indexes. Fashion Week not only shows off the most beautiful clothes of the season, but also the most beautiful women. Choosing thin models indicates that the 2007 Fashion Week highly valued thinness. So now that you understand a little bit more about the heroin chic trend, here's some of the fashion statements that rose to prominence with it. Lauren Caruso, in the 2022 Harper's Bazaar article, Why Y2K Fashion is Making a Sharp Comeback, covered some of the most popular styles of the 2000s. These styles include matching minis, baby tees, pleated skirts. All of the following styles expose most of the midriff and hips, and they traditionally look best on a long, thin torso. Similarly, the accessories that rose to prominence were chokers and low slung belts, and again, these emphasize the thinness of the neck and the hips. Secondly, now that I've described the heroin chic trend, I will explain the modern body and the fashion trends. In most recent times, we have seen the rise of the curvy body with a new wave of fashion. In the 2022 study in research journal Body Image, authors Sarah McComb and Jennifer Mills described the trend in media as shifting towards idolizing big butts and thighs with a smaller waist. The rise of many curvy influencers reflects this changing ideal. For instance, the article, Thank You, Kim Kardashian, Now Everyone Wants Big Butts, written by Alexander Sifferlin, quotes Alicia Nakamoto, creator of an app that helps you pick the best plastic surgery, as saying, patients have a very specific look in mind. They idolize Kim Kardashian and Nicki Minaj. Now that I've established what is beautiful in today's world, I will describe the fashion trends that have correlated with the shift from thin to curvy. Harper's Bazaar 2021 article, Fashion 2021 Fashion Trends, written by Nicole Fritton, Nicole Perry, and Barry Samaha, describes some of the trends that have been relevant. One of these styles they cited was glimmering but covered up, styled with long trousers, high necks, and voluminous jackets. This baggy trend can be attractive on all body types, but it can swallow up smaller frames, and specifically the long trousers highlight the curves of your body while hiding stomach fat. So on top of this, another trend that was cited was tailored on tailored. Tailored clothing items look good on hourglass bodies because they hug curves while once again not showing off large swaths of the midriff. Another trend that developed with the popularization of the curvy body is described in the 2022 New York Times article, I Abandoned My Skinny Jeans, What Do I Wear with Baggy Pants by Vanessa Friedman. The article states it's true. Baggy, oversized pants are staging a comeback. The shift in the style of skinny jeans to baggy jeans is relevant because baggy high-waisted jeans are flattering on curvier body types. In regards to the curvy trend within fashion, According to article Teen Vogue written in 2021 by Ainsley Morgan titled Size Inclusivity at Fashion Week was good, but it could be better. Here's why. The spring 2020 runway season had a huge shift towards including curvy bodies in runway, which in the past was unheard of. The article stated that 68 plus size models walked the runway. The article also wrote about designer brand Christian Cohen doing something revolutionary in high fashion. Christian Cohen casted plus-size models in revealing nightlife clothing, when previously plus-size models had only been cast in conservative clothing. Finally, now that we have looked at the trends of the past and present, I will describe the trend predictions of the future. The recent trends in the fashion world seem to be pointing towards a return to the idolization of heroin chic and the 2000s fashion trends. The 2022 Vogue article written by Yomi Adegoke, When Will We Stop Reducing Women's Bodies Types to Trends, speaks on this recent shift. She writes that the return of mini skirts and low-rise jeans mean that thin is back in style. Adegoke goes on to explain how curvy icons like Kim Kardashian have been rapidly losing weight, and this suggests that they're buying into this thin trend. The New York Post also noticed the shift to thinness and writes about in their 2022 article, Bye Bye Booty, Heroin Chic is Back, written by Adriana Diaz. The article asserts that trends like Uggs and low-rise jeans are coming back in style, along with the heroin chic body. The article then goes on to describe the Miu Miu spring show in Milan, where Bella Hadid had a dress spray painted onto her body. Bella Hadid was shown on the runway with protruding hips and visible ribs. And I even ran across this video on Instagram and where it was titled Body Goals or Oh my gosh, I wish I had her body, stuff like that. Furthermore, Harper's Bazaar 2021 article written by Jess Sims, Y2K fashion is back, or it's bad vibes back too, once again points towards the return of heroin chic and 2000s fashion trends. They cited that videos tagged hashtag Y2K aesthetic and hashtag Y2K fashion had a staggering 405 million views. To summarize, what we view as beautiful and the fashion trends that correlate are constantly shifting. In this speech, I've informed you about what we view as the ideal body and the correlating fashion trends. Starting with 2000s fashion trends and the rise of heroin chic, the shift to the idolization of the curvy body, and the resurgence of heroin chic in 2000s fashion trends. Now that I've explained these trends, it's your choice to decide if you will follow them or decide what your own kind of beautiful is.